RSteel Design Suite is developed by RSteel structure and software engineers to help clients to better use RSteel products. Calculations are based on the rules of design codes, such as N1992, N1993, and ETA TR 029. Applications have detailed reports which help to users to better understand calculation methods. The use of the program and results require good expert knowledge in the field of the program. Our group Balticu and authors take no responsibilities for direct or indirect costs incurred by faults in the program or its applications. Application link can be found from right top of the web page. After clicking button, login page will appear. If you already have an account, you can log in with your email address and password. If you don't, click sign up link on the bottom right to enter your information. If you lose your password and can't enter your account, please note that there is no remind password option yet. So please write an email to technical@repo.eu from your registered email address, then we will be sure that it is you. We will send you a message to get back your password. Login can be done from account login page. After login caution message appears, press continue button to enter create new project. Create new project includes 3 calculation applications. These are column shoe, wall shoe and fastening plate applications. The username appears on the right top of the screen. To select the column shoe design application, click the marked image. After that, project details window appears. You can skip it by clicking the cancel button. But notice that the information you entered here will appear in your report. You can open this window later to complete the missing information or edit the existing information. You can select national annexes you prefer according to your location. For that, click the triangle sign and select annexes from pull-down menu. This selection will affect factor page values such as safety factors for concrete, safety factors for steel, etc. We will mention them on the factor page in the next chapter. Also, you can pick without annex. If you select without annex, the program will take default values from your raw code. To pass this page, you can click the Save button and the project details window will disappear and you will see main program page. The main application page consists of 4 main pages and related tabs to the pages. Users will enter the values they desire on the pages by following the order of top to bottom, and for each page, they follow tabs right to left. Main structure of pages is like that. Layout. Column grouting parameters. Column shoe arrangement. Column reinforcement. Loads. Loads before grout stage 1. Loads after grout stage 2. Grouting fire resistance. Factors. Analysis. General report. Input information. Column report. Shoe report. Fire resistance.
Top bar consists of file, project details, and user information. When the file menu is clicked, save data and load data options appear. If you want to save the inputs you have entered in the program, you can select Save Data and the JSON extension file will be downloaded to your download folder. To reload your data, this time you should select Load Data and locate your .json file. RSteel Design Suite doesn't save any data on the server, that's why this type of solution is created to solve file sharing issues. The saving option will be handled in the future. New command is located right side of the file menu. This command will create a new empty column shoe file with the default values when it is clicked. You can reopen project details by clicking the gear icon on the top bar. All the information you entered here will appear in your report. After clicking the Save button, the name of the project becomes the same as the name on the project detail page. If you use the download option, you will see that the downloaded JSON file has the same name as the project. Also, date information is added to the file name to better organize the files. You can see .json file extension by using default Windows Notepad application. Users can zoom in and out on the 3D model by rolling the mouse wheel. Right-click on the mouse allows the user to rotate the model. Left-click on the mouse activates the pan option. On View windows, only the zoom option is available. All main information such as dimensions of columns and foundations, reinforcements, their materials, and more importantly column shoe types will be defined on the layout page and on its tabs. In this tab, the user can define the dimensions and material of the column and foundation separately. Column geometry can be arranged as circular or rectangular. This icon as you see on the right side of the dimension, column, grouting etc. show that extra explanation for the user. If you come to the top of this icon, necessary explanation will be appeared. As an example, 400-800 column is defined on the 1500-1810 foundation. Column and grouting material selected as C3545. Column has eccentricity 100 mm on the y-axis. Grouting thickness is 50 mm. Foundation material selected as C2025. Second tab of layout page is column shoe arrangement tab. Shoe type can be selected from the shoe type menu as RPKN type or RPKE type. According to this selection, the application will select type of the base bolt automatically. Users can select RPPP for the long type or RPPL for the short type bolts according to their desire. Shoe size can be selected from anchor diameter. As a default value, all columns have 4 shoes in the corners. Users can add more shoes to the column. Under Sides menu, Side 1 increases number of shoes on Y direction and Side 2 increases number of shoes on X direction. These changes simultaneously affect the 3D model on the right, which the user can control the changes. As a default value, all shoe dimensions are the same. Corner shoes and side shoes can have different sizes if the Change Side Size box is checked. Side shoe sizes can be the same or less than the corner shoe sizes. The shoe position in the column is arranged by the cover of concrete. For fire protection, users may need more distances. For that reason, users can enter their desired shift distance for corner and side shoes. Cover concrete value affect all reinforcement in the column, but this section only affects shoe position. The total shoe distance from the side is equal to the sum of the cover of concrete and shift distance. Corner shoes RPKN M24, side shoes RPKN M20. Corner shoe shift is 30 mm, X side shift is 50 mm, Y side shift is 30 mm. Especially with shallow foundations which use short type of bolts, the foundation may need supplementary reinforcement to handle the loads. Column shoe application is checking cone blowout failure and pry out edge failure and warns the user if they aren't satisfied. User can skip these checks by selecting check boxes. But ignoring these checks is supposed that supplementary reinforcement is going to be used in a concrete base. User must follow the R-Steel design guide for anchor bolts and column shoes. Users may define the reinforcement in the column or they can skip this tab. Reinforcement definition won't affect the shoe calculation. The column reinforcement tab is prepared to show rebar distribution in the column with the shoe. Also, a column design check can be performed by the application if the user defines all necessary reinforcement. This topic will be explained detailedly later under the title of the analysis page column reports. Users can define single-layer reinforced column and double-layered reinforced column in the program. Users can edit column reinforcement by changing corner and side numbers and diameters. As we mentioned earlier, if you come to the top of icon, necessary explanation will be appeared. You can see the definition of corner and side reinforcements from here. The cover of concrete and rebar material is defined under this tab. Users can edit second layer reinforcement by changing corner and side numbers and diameters as they do for layer 1. Users can edit stirrups by changing stirrups spacing, diameter and material. Changes will appear on the 3D model simultaneously. All loading values, Stage 1, Stage 2, and grouting fire resistance loads will be defined in this tab. Loads will appear on the 3D model when the defined axes have been shown here, and for more detail please check Shoe Design Application User Manual from our web page. As you see, plus X and plus Y axes are the same with most programs, but the plus Z axis is downwards. So according to design, program user might need to change axial force direction negative to positive. Program follows right hand rule to define moment directions. As you see from the table in the figure above, axial forces values are plus 10 kN. Shear force in the x direction is plus 40 kN and moment value around the x-axis mx is 20 kN/meter. Users can prepare their forces tables in other programs such as Microsoft Excel, Google Sheets, or LibreOffice Calc and then copy-paste values to the load page. On the August 31, 2022 update, we corrected the mx moment direction. If you saved your JSON file before that time, and want to use the same data for other analyses, please check and corrected the mx direction. Stage 1 includes load cases during the construction period before grout is poured. So column is standing alone under the effect of wind loads and self-weights mostly. The other effect can be considered by the designer according to the project. Users can skip this stage, but it is highly recommended if the columns won't be supported by any other system until grout is poured. Loads are applied in the grouting section between the column tip and base. The second order effect must be considered in the loads by the user separately. Stage 2 includes load cases during after the construction period, which means grout was already poured and cured. Users can enter their load cases into load cases for ultimate strength grouting section table. That load cases will be used in the calculation of column shoes. Loads are applied in the grouting section between column tip and base. The second order effect must be considered in the loads by user separately. Load cases for ultimate strength column section table has added the application as a bonus. Users can check their column design by adding load cases to this table. Loads will be applied to the column section to check the axial and shear strength of the column. Results can be monitored under the Analysis page, Report Column tab. These loads won't affect column shoe design, so the grouting section table must be filled if shoe results wanted to be calculated. The second order effect must be considered in the loads by user separately. The column section position is default and considered out of the column shoe zone. Users can enter their load cases into the load cases for ultimate strength grouting section table for fire resistance evaluation. That load cases will be used in the calculation of column shoes under fire effects. Right before doing that, users should select desired fire class from the pull-down menu. So the application will calculate temperature distribution on the column according to the selected fire class and use this data to reduce strength during to shoe calculations. You can see temperature distribution of 400 mm column under 60-minute fire below. Users can see and edit material and force factors under this page. National ANICSA selection on the project detail page will affect the factors. If the user hasn't selected the national ANICSA according to the project location, the application will have default values from the Euro code. Users can go anytime to the project detail page and change the national ANICSA. The application will be affected by this change and bring new values to the factor page. Application has 4 options in the lever arm case and 2 options for steel combined check. Recommended formulas are defined as default. Advanced users can select other cases. The application doesn't have any run button. It performs calculation when the analysis page is selected. After the calculation is completed, analysis summary table appears in the first tab and the interaction diagrams appear on the right. Other tabs are Input Information, Column Report, Shoe Report, and Fire Resistance Report. Users can print to report by clicking icon. In General Report tab, user can see calculation summary with the ratios. Values must be smaller than 1. Input information shows all values you entered in the application except fire resistance values. In column report, column details which is defined by user are shown. If users entered load cases for stage 2 into the column section, column axial flexure strength and shear strength calculations are shown in the report. Otherwise, only column details are shown. As a reminder, this option is given as a bonus option for the engineers to make a second check on their column design, not for the column shoe design. In shoe report, users can see each anchor, axial and shear force results and ratios for both stages I and stage 2 cases. All calculation steps were written in the report clearly to show the calculation method to the engineer. In the fire resistance report, users can follow concrete temperature distribution in the column and anchor temperatures according to their fire class. Anchor temperatures will affect anchor strength. The application will calculate new reduced strength according to temperature and shows if the anchor strength is sufficient or not for related load cases. Users can click print icon and save reports as PDF files.